But yeah, it's a exciting weekend ahead of us for a variety of reasons. South Carolina on Friday at 5. They've had a very good season. They're always a very well coached team, a top 20 team this year, and they always play with a lot of fire and a lot of passion, a lot of emotion. So we'll have to be ready to go. Friday evening match, and then right around the corner, Sunday it'll be our senior day. Hard to believe that senior day is already here, and if we take care of business Friday evening, then we're playing for another SEC title against Georgia. That's kind of been the storyline for about the last 4 or 5 years, I guess it's been. So we just got to focus on the Friday match in hopes that we take care of business, and should be an exciting match both Friday and Sunday. But assuming we can get past South Carolina, definitely no assumptions there. But it doesn't get much better than that. Number 1 in the nation against number 2 in the nation for an SEC title. So I sure hope that plays out that way. And we're excited for the weekend.
So does that help that you are playing a quality opponent? Sometimes you're playing a middle of the road, because it looks like on paper your team's playing well at just about all spots. So playing a quality opponent that you can't really look ahead, does that help you, do you feel?
Yeah, I think that definitely helps. I believe last time I looked, South Carolina was maybe ranked around 18 or so. So it's kind of nice when they have that ranking next to their name, perhaps, rather than playing a lower ranked team. So we know we're going to need to be ready to go, and we've had a lot of tough battles with South Carolina over the years. So the focus will definitely be on that match. But obviously in the back of everyone's mind is Sunday. So just can't jump the gun, and we know that every match in the SEC is a battle, whether the score line's a 4-0 or a 4-3. Some of these matches just truly come down to a point here and a point there, and they always play aggressive type doubles. Their number 1 player has been one of the top players in the country over the years, Sarah Hamner, and we will have to definitely stay in the moment and lock in on the Friday match.
What makes playing at home, just you guys have had so much success, just how are you so dominant at home?
Yeah, that's it's a great question. I think we're just first of all very comfortable with playing in our own surroundings. We have a great crowd here, and I think it's just a matter of we just kind of build a lot of confidence of playing here. And we have performed very well this season, both at home and on the road. We've played a ton of indoor matches this year, so really the only 2 matches we've lost this season have really kind of come down to the wire. But it's just something about that little extra sense of confidence playing at home. We have great crowds. We have one of the best fan bases in the country, and we're definitely hoping for a loud and vocal crowd for both matches this weekend. And I think it's kind of just a bit of a comfort zone. Nothing like sleeping in your own bed. We've been on the road for almost 4 of the last 5 weekends. It's been a pretty brutal SEC schedule we've had to play, so it'd be nice to be home for about 9 days or so.
Mark, with the indoor championships, you get that rare opportunity to maybe face a team that you might face later in the year. What if anything, I'm sure you take some things. I know it's different indoors. What do you take out of that Georgia matchup from February, whatever it was?
Yeah, a very close match back in February. We played them for the national championships indoors. We lost 4-1. We've played very well in the doubles this season. I don't think we played our best in that doubles point. And, oftentimes that's the difference when it's the top teams in the country. It's I imagine if they did stats on it, teams that are pretty equally ranked, I would bet a lot of money whoever wins the doubles points probably winning those 80-90% of the time. But, having said that, it's not a necessity. But I do recall thinking back, them getting the doubles point, and just kind of that carried over into the singles matches. And but it was a lot of close matches out there, and it's a team we're very familiar with, a lot of the familiar matchups we've played in the past. And, in some ways I like to think that match helped us be a better team this season. Kind of similar to we lost a tough one to Vanderbilt a few weeks ago on the road, and I actually don't think we'd be at the level we are now if we hadn't lost that Vanderbilt match. It's similar to the Georgia indoor match, similar to some of the matches we had last season. I think there's nothing, the old saying, you learn a lot more from your losses, so I'd like to think we learned a lot from that match.
To build on that, then, what about the Vanderbilt loss? What changed with either one, your whole team, or just a few players? What has changed moving forward after that loss?
Well, I think we're a very hard-working group. When you take a loss, it kind of just shakes you up a little bit and just kind of helps you find that little inch here, little inch there. Maybe it's as simple as staying focused in your practices a little bit more. Maybe it's eating a little bit better. Maybe it's just taking care of your mind and your body a little bit more. That Vanderbilt match was a bit of a wild match. We were running away from tornadoes and didn't get to practice. Outdoors to indoors, and one of our big sayings is always control the things you can control. That perhaps the preparation going to that match, we weren't able to control everything that we can control. But I think it's just nothing like a loss that can kind of shake you up. Just a lot of ways a big win can help you out. So I think it maybe just grounded us a little bit. I feel like maybe it even took a little bit of pressure off our team of maybe you get too caught up in the we can't lose or we're not allowed to lose type mentality. And I think that in a way, I think that kind of really helped us be stronger now.
Just kind of bittersweet getting to honor your seniors. Just what kind of impact you feel like they've had on the program, and you believe that it's here this quickly, especially with somebody like Mary, who has just seemed to be impactful her entire career.
Yeah, it's hard to believe senior day's just a few days away. It seems like the spring season just started, and it's what an amazing career Mary Stiana has had. I think there's no doubt she'll go down as the most decorated player in sports our college women's tennis history here at Texas A&M, and possibly among pretty high up there in a lot of the sports here. And National Player of the Year, two-time SEC Player of the Year. Won the national team title with Mary. There wasn't really a lot left for her to accomplish. So we really feel like she's taken every bit of resources that's offered to her here at Texas A&M, and she just kind of ran away with them. So we wish nothing but the best for her in her pro career. She's really the epitome of what we stand for here, and in our recruiting process of what we tell the girls when we're recruiting them, and she's like the poster child for that. And Jeanette Morales, she's had a great career for us as well. Been a part of a lot of championship teams, and she lives just right down the road, an hour away, and that's been a neat story for Jeanette. Unfortunately, she's had a back injury this year and wasn't able to play in many of the matches. So, but it's great stories for both of those two, and I'm just so proud that we can honor them on Sunday.